2 years ago, I uploaded a video where I went through the entirety of my trophy list, which at the time was 10 years old. That was 10 years of me just playing games for the sake of playing games and not really giving a damn about trophies or platinums. Last year, I did a 1 year update video where I went through quite a fair few platinums that I'd earned over the year, most of which, were enjoyable, but, there was no real meat on the bones. This year, I've not earned quite as many platinums, but I feel like there's a fair few in there that have really, shown the progress I've made over time. I will be showing every single game from last year till this point. There are some games, just like in the first video and second video, that I did give try to and just wasn't feeling it. Before we get into those games, just want to say a huge thank you to the BombSquad members appearing on screen currently. Absolute legends. But yeah, let's get straight into these games. I don't want to dilly-dally, I don't want to waste time. Let's get straight into them. So first one, we've got Awaken Astral Blade. So I was playing this at the end of the last video 1 year ago, and it's a Metroidvania. I was feeling it, but I got to a certain point in the game where I was just like, I can't be bothered with this anymore. It didn't hold my attention. I then moved on to Persona 5 Royale. Absolutely phenomenal game. I loved Persona 5. Completed the original version. Didn't get the platinum because it was before I was a platinum hunter, but really enjoyed it. I started Persona 5 Royale with every intention of getting the platinum. I got 10 trophies and, well, at a wild guess, I'm going to say Farmagia come out. Farmagia, such a weird game. Very, very repetitive, and on paper I probably should have got bored of it, but I just enjoyed it that much. I recorded every single bit of footage. I'm talking like 50 odd hours worth of footage. I loved it. Not the greatest of games, but an experience, and I ended up just never making a video on it anyway. But that was the first platinum of this year. It was one I enjoyed, and I'm glad I did it. From there, I moved on to Toynikin. Toynikin, the only way I can describe it is kind of like Pikmin on Nintendo. I enjoyed it. I knew it was a short experience, and it just added a +1 to the platinum counter. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. I went into this with every intention of getting the platinum. I just wasn't feeling it. I even put it onto easy mode at one point and I still just could not be bothered. Like, it wasn't a hard game. There was just that much to do. I'm sure it's an easy platinum if you know what you're doing, but I don't know, it just became a bit too much. Maybe it was at the time, I don't know. Kill Knight. Now, this was one that I saw gameplay of and I thought, oh yeah, I love twin stick shooters. This looked right up my alley. I started playing it without even looking at a guide and realised that it was quite a difficult one. And after numerous hours, I knew I was never going to get this platinum. Not going to say I won't ever go back to the game and give it another try, but I don't think I'll ever get that platinum. I just don't have the time. Like, between work, between family, between trying to make content, I'd be surprised. The Wolf Among Us, obviously a very easy platinum to obtain, but I'd never done a Telltale game, and the reason why I did this was I was very sick. I say very sick, like I was dying. I was not. I was unwell, but I was very unwell, and I just popped it on, and I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I got the platinum. It wasn't much effort. It was, quite easy, to be fair. Aliens Fireteam Elite. So, obviously synonymous. Completely butchered that word, but well known for being a difficult platinum. I actually started this with 2 other YouTube creators, who I won't mention. I don't want to put them on blast. But started it. I was well up for it. One of them disappeared. The other one, I kind of agree with. For this platinum, for the way the game is, kind of a bit too much, you know, too hard, too long in terms of how many hours for a game that isn't that good. So I kind of feel it. The Order 1886, a game that I'd knew of for years. I'd played it, I think, I can't remember when it was, back in 2021-ish. I didn't get the platinum. I can't even remember if I actually finished the game. I think I did, but I'm not sure. This was a cleanup. I knew it was an easy one. A lot of people had been saying how good of a game it was. I remember it coming out and being kind of shat on left, right and centre. So I went and got the platinum on it. I thought, why not? Marvel Rivals. I'm not really the biggest fan of, like, what are they called? Arena shooters. Like Overwatch. I did play Overwatch a lot in my younger days. Or when it first came out, at least. And I did the same with Marvel Rivals. I enjoyed it at first. I was considering trying to go for the platinum on it. Realised I wasn't enjoying myself quite as much as the platinum required. I moved on to Ruby Arrowfell. Again, I knew this was going to be an easy platinum. I do like Ruby as an anime. Kind of fell off towards the later seasons. I don't even think I've watched the most recent season, and I probably won't, but I did like Ruby. I saw it was a relatively easy one. I wouldn't know how to explain what kind of game this is. Kind of like a Metroidvania, but very, very basic. But simple, very simple. Smite 2. Now, Smite 2, obviously, it's a MOBA. I'm a huge fan of MOBAs, or used to be. I've lost many years of my life thanks to League of Legends. I don't ever want to go back. Like, I'm glad I don't play it anymore. Let's just put it that way. But Smite 2, obviously, same kind of principles, but more third person rather than top down. I went into this thinking I'll just play it for fun, and then realised it was a fairly simple platinum. Time consuming, yes, but pretty simple. So I got the platinum on it. It was no real big deal. Resident Evil 3. Now, this was my 100th platinum. I love Resident Evils. I've got a few of them. I thought, why not make number 3 my 100th platinum? I think at this point everyone knows what Resident Evils are, or what they're like. Really enjoyed it. Perhaps a little bit on the shorter side. Would have preferred them to have kept a little bit more from the original, but still, nonetheless, loved it. Dead Nation Apocalypse Edition. Oh, I would have had this platinum, or at least attempted it, if it wasn't for my game save data getting corrupt. And fellow YouTuber MrLeeNingVs can back me up on this, because he was the guy who I was going through this on. He's earned the platinum since. Fair play. I know it's quite a tough one, but we did the hardest but one difficulty, and it didn't take us too long. We actually did pretty well on it. Top down shooter, twin stick shooter, whatever they're called. And we were going to go for the hardest difficulty, and then obviously clean up whatever was left. My put my teeth back in. My save file data got corrupt, and it basically meant that I needed to complete the easier difficulty again, and I just couldn't be bothered. As soon as my file got corrupted, I was just like, nah, forget it, I'm done with it. So yeah, so that is on 52% for now, probably forever. It kind of really soured that game for me. Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight. Like I said, I enjoy Persona games. I fancied a rhythm game, so I banged this one on. Quite a nice chilled platinum. I then downloaded Brick Breaker because, you know, I stupidly don't check guides sometimes. I just play games for the sake of playing them. And quickly realised that there is a reason why no one has this platinum. It's because it is absolutely crap. Absolutely horrendous. Moving on, Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. I should have got this platinum before the Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight platinum. But if I remember right, and I think I am remembering right, my internet had gone down on the night that I was playing this game. When I finished the story on the game, it never popped the trophy. And then my internet came back on, and it was just like there was no way to finish the game a second time, so it just wasn't there. Sorry. So I ended up having to start like wiping all my save file and starting again. But I did get it. I enjoy rhythm games, even though I'm not very good at them. But these two were pretty simple. Portal Knights, another one. I'm gonna have to shout out the same guy again, MrLeeNingVs. Me and that legend, we went through this together. Very time consuming. A little bit of time manipulation for 2 of the trophies, which, as it happens, are the 2 trophies that I think kind of kill most people's platinum runs, because the game itself is pretty simple. There is an RNG trophy, well, 4 parts to 1 RNG trophy, where you have to defeat bosses to get parts of a costume, and we battered these bosses hundreds of times, at least a couple of them 100 of times. But in the end, we got the platinum trophy together. Eternites, you know, I think this is classed as a hack and slash dating sim, even though, like, yes, there is dating sim elements, but makes it sound a lot less respectable than it is. Eternites is a fantastic game. I will die on that hill. I loved it that much, I made a video on it. Video didn't do very good, but I enjoyed the game nonetheless. I then tried to clean up Doki Doki Literature Club, and I messed up one of the poem sections, and I was just like, I've completed this game 3 times now. I can't be bothered to do it again. So I've just left it at 62%. Maybe in a few years' time. Who knows? Need for Speed. I put this one on. I'd got like 1 trophy on it from, like, I think one of the days it came out. Near to the day it came out. Earned 1 trophy. So then I popped it back on. I earned 2 more. I think it was like for taking a photo or something stupid like that. And then I just realised that I don't like racing games. Well, I'll take it back. It's not that I don't like racing games, I just didn't like this one. I then started Secret of Mana, and my initial plan was to do Secret of Mana, is it Visions of Mana, and then Legends of Mana, like the trilogy. I was going to do one after the other and put it all into one video. I got about, I think it was 10 hours-ish into Secret of Mana. I was enjoying it, and then realised I'd missed an enemy. And one of the trophies is to complete the bestiary. And I was like, I don't have the time to start this all over again. So I scrapped that idea completely. Monster Hunter Wilds, I never had any intention of trying to platinum this. I brought it because I like the Monster Hunter franchise. Played it, really enjoyed it. Got up to like the end game. And yeah, I just thought, okay, that's it for now. I need to play something different. I then did Ben 10. I've scrolled up a little bit more so that you can see that I did Ben 10 Power Trip as well. Did both of these for a video. Did I enjoy them? A little bit. Did I do these specifically for a video? Yes, that was my idea. Do them both, put them into one video. Did the video do okay? Surprisingly, for a channel of my size, it did okay. So, kind of success there. Grounded, stuck on 31% for now. Who knows, maybe one day I'll go back and see if I can earn the platinum on it, or at least more trophies on it. Again, that was another one I was playing with MrLeeNingVs. It was around about this time I think I started my new job. So like my time, my free time and MrLeeNingVs free time kind of got split up. So we weren't really able to play as much together. But, you know, still absolute legend. And hopefully we can finish that one off at some point. Deadly Terror of Monsters. A pretty quick, simple platinum. A game that I'd seen bouncing around numerous times. Numerous people had told me I should give it a go. So I did. I enjoyed it at first. It got very, very boring towards the end. And I was happy to ding that fucking platinum and just be done with it. WWE 2K25. I like wrestling. I can't get into wrestling games. Yes, I earned 18 trophies, but at that point I was done with it. I think that was the first day I played it. I earned the 18 trophies and I never played it again after that. Dave the Diver. Brilliant game. Bit too repetitive for me. Admittingly, the only reason why I started Dave the Diver, I'd brought myself a PS Portal to try and give myself a little bit more gaming time. Yeah. Handheld consoles are not for me. I just wasn't feeling it. Tried to play it on my PlayStation 5 since I've got to a certain point in the game where I'm just like, I'm sick of catching fish now. I'm sick of cooking meals. I just want to play something different. So that is what I did. Neptunia Riders vs Doggos. Well. I do like the Neptunia series. I like him a lot. Hence why I brought this Rebirth 1, 2 and 3 triple pack recently. Cyber Dimension Neptunia 4 Goddesses Online, or whatever it's called. Got the platinum on that years ago, before I was a platinum hunter. I enjoy the Neptunia games. This one, however, was clearly just a cash grab. I think it took me about 6 to 8 hours to platinum. It was very repetitive. It was just utter trash. Like, it wasn't shovelware trash, but it was trash. So I tried to redeem myself. I then went on to Atelier Umia. Again, I like the Atelier games. Atelier Riser 1, I was close to the platinum. Never did get it. I don't even own the game anymore because I used to be an idiot who got rid of his games. As you can see, not the case anymore. But yeah, I started playing it. I was really enjoying it. And then I just got bored, to put it bluntly. Like, that happens more often than not. I think games can be really good, but if they don't hold my attention, I can't help myself. I have to move on to something that does. Midnight Murder Club. I brought it. I thought the concept was fantastic. I don't know if it's changed now. If it has, then this could be something I'll go back to in the near future. A lot of, you know, in the dark, first-person shooter. The only way that you can kind of kill people is if they put their flashlight on, because it's pitch black. There are obviously more things that can kind of give you position away and whatnot. But at the time, I don't know if I was a little bit early on it or whether it just never populated, but the servers were dead. Literally dead. So I got 8 trophies. I think only one of those trophies was from a match where I was playing with other people. Everything else was done against bots. It just never, ever got populated. Like I said, hopefully it's not the case anymore. I would love to go back and play that, like, properly. I then did River City Girls 0. So, River City Girls is a beat 'em up. Is that right? Beat 'em up? you know, like Double Dragon, Streets of Rage, that kind of game. River City Girls Zero is very much like from that era. The art style. Wasn't that much of a fan of the story of this one. The difficulty was surprisingly quite hard, but you know, persevered and managed to get the platinum. And then from there I did River City Girls, which a lot more updated, more modern, same kind of concept. Differences in Zero, you play as the guys. In River City Girls, you play as the girls. I really enjoyed it, like really enjoyed it. From there, I mean, a game that's not on the screen yet, but you'll kind of get the gist. I was working on something. I was working on another River City Girls game, basically. But in betweeny parts, I chucked on Team Sonic Racing because it was a game that I was very close to platinum in a long time ago on a different account. Not like I didn't aim for it, I just loved the game that much. I played it a little bit, I got bored. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Oh, what a chef's kiss of a game. My game of the year 2025. Absolutely loved every second of it. And just like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I made the decision I was not going to go for the platinum. I enjoyed the game. I did not want to sour any moment of it by trying to fight stupid ass bosses that take tons of prep. You know, trying to do the only only ways up, or whatever that game is, up, only jump, whatever. Like, I just thought, nah, what I've played was perfect. I don't want to do anything else. So I then tried Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. Now, this was a game that one of my in real life friends had platinumed and loved every moment of it. Another one of my friends had brought it, still in its wrapping. I thought, I'll go one better, I'll play it and suck at it. It's quite difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, but what I've played of it, it was quite difficult. Earned the 26 trophies. I just smacked my mic by mistake. Yeah, I earned the 26 trophies, and I got to a point where I was struggling to get through the levels, and I was just like, nah, I'm not feeling it. After a little bit of time. I don't know why Fortnite's on there. I should probably clear that off. I've obviously played Fortnite at some point. On my old account, I played the Save the World version, and I think I got quite close to the end. I don't know about the platinum itself. I know that it's a very long-winded one, so I'm guessing not. But I don't know why that's on there now. I'll pass. River City Girls 2. Obviously, this is what I was on about. I was playing this alongside a lot of things. Initial plan, just like the other two, I was going to put the three of them in, like River City Girls 0, River City Girls 2. One video covering all three of them. I have the footage still. It's just sitting there gathering dust. But again, loved it. Most games, sequels don't quite hit the nail on the head compared to prequels. River City Girls was fantastic. Loved 1 and 2. 0 was a bit shit. Guts and Goals. This was a game that I brought off limited run. I'd never seen it before. I'd seen that it was quite a rare platinum. Yeah, that will forever be stuck on 91%. Let's say, you can guess by the name. Guts and Goals. It's football related. You beat people up. You score the goals. Way simple enough. 91% of the trophies were simple enough. The one trophy I'm missing requires basically about 50 hours of grinding, challenges and stuff. Nah, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good to warrant that many hours. Balatro, I just heard so much good stuff about it, about how it was this fantastic card game. It was another one I chucked onto my PS Portal. Yeah. I got 10 trophies and was like, I cannot be bothered with this anymore. I'm sure it's a brilliant game, fantastic game. I just got very bored of it very quick. Phasmophobia. Played this with a couple of my mates. Really enjoyed it. Absolutely loved it, in fact. I just can't be bothered to do the challenges. I know there's guides out there with easier ways to do the challenges. I just can't be bothered to try. I enjoyed what I've played with Phasmophobia. I will happily play it again with mates. Nah, I'm not interested in the platinum. Lego Jurassic World, 16% on that. Yeah. Let's just say I'm not a fan of Lego games, or at least not this one. My first ever platinum, I think it was my first ever platinum, might have been my second, on this account was Lego Movie. I then got the Lego Movie 2 platinum at a later date, which was absolutely awful, by the way. And then I thought, okay, I think it's about time that I do another Lego game. And I love Jurassic World. So I thought, let's go. Lego Jurassic World. It's got to be a winner. Yeah. 11 trophies, and I was like, get me out of this shit. Weed and Greed. I am saying nothing about this game because I'm currently working on a video that will explain everything about this one. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that one. Rematch. Yeah. I got given a code for it. I thought it was okay. Some of the trophies were bugged. Kind of just put me off going back to it. I think the platinum is obtainable now. Well, I believe it is. Maybe I should go back. It just wasn't that good of a game. Rainbow Six Siege. Played it with a couple of my real life friends. Yeah, we put it on one night. We played a few rounds. We've not touched it since. Those guys are worse than me. The Outbound Ghost. Now, I did a video on this one which completely tanked. Didn't do very well at all. You know, kind of expected. I'm a small YouTuber. My thumbnails suck. My videos suck. The Outbound Ghost kind of sucked. It was a very, very simple turn-based RPG, I guess you could call it. Like, you could tell there was a lot of love put into it, but the developers, as soon as it was done, kind of just washed their hands with it. You actually earn the trophy for chapter 4 before you earn the trophy for chapter 3. It's weird. The game itself isn't that bad, but it deserved a bit more love. Dead by Daylight, played it with my mates, the same ones, Rainbow Six. Yeah, there's that many trophies in Dead by Daylight. It's no surprise that I've got 67 of them and I'm only 23%. I'm miles off the platinum because I've only ever played it with friends. So the only trophies I ever earn are survivor ones. So I'll probably never get that platinum. The Adventure Pals. This is a very short, quirky little game, which I had every intention of getting the platinum on. And I was enjoying it, I was. And then my PlayStation just fucking blue screened, bricked, or whatever you want to call it. Save file was corrupt. And I was like, nope. Okay, can't be bothered to redo that. Fairy Tail 2. Absolutely fantastic game. Got the video of this on the channel. Hasn't done too well. Yeah, okay. The game itself, I really enjoyed it. Before I was a YouTuber, before I was a Platinum Hunter, I did the first Fairy Tail game. Second Fairy Tail game, not quite as good as the first one, but still good enough for me to platinum. And I enjoyed it all the way through. BioShock. This was one I was just like, you know what? I love BioShock. I think it's one of the greatest games ever made. I love it that much. I've even got tattoos. Well, it's just the links. I think I've shown these off before. I'm proud of them. I've even got the links. A man chooses, a slave obeys on my wrists. I know, how original. But I'd never got the platinum on it. So one day I sat here and I thought, yeah, I'm going to get that platinum, and I did. Hades, absolutely phenomenal roguelike. Absolutely love it. I just suck at it. It's a game, it's still on my PlayStation. I am going to keep going back to it every so often because I do really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to giving the second one a go at some point as well. Battlefield 2042. My God. I hated this platinum. No. I hated two of the trophies. The game itself, yes, it's the worst Battlefield game, probably. But it wasn't as bad as people made out to be. Like, don't get me wrong, when it first came out, it was absolute dog water. But after a few updates, yeah, it deserved a bit more love. The two trophies, though, oh my God. Well, I'll say two trophies. I'm just gonna say the one. For getting a T1 mastery on a vehicle. For hours, I'm talking about 8 hours, I just sat in a vehicle in a portal lobby while other people drove the vehicle forwards and backwards, point A to point B, capturing the points. Hours. But you know what? As soon as that platinum pinged... Oh, actually, what am I on about? The Hazard Zone trophies as well. My God. That took forever. I did it legit. Did it by myself. But so long. But I am proud of that platinum, to be fair. I then finally got round to Astrobot. I'd heard how brilliant it was for months. I'd had it on the shelf, still in its wrapping for months. And I thought, you know what? I think it was one rainy Saturday. I thought, I'm going to do this, and I did it. It was a fantastic game. I'm done with it now, though. I have no interest in the DLCs. Uncharted 2, as you can see, I started it, and then, to put it bluntly, I got sidetracked. I am 100% going to go back to it. Just like Uncharted 1, I think there's a video for that on the channel. Straight into it on crushing difficulty. I am going to platinum that game just when I get time. Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare, I was quite close to it, so this is more of like a clean up backlog game. I was quite close. I thought might as well get the platinum on it. So I put in the time, got whatever the last couple of trophies were. I think it was just like the amount of kills, and got the platinum. Killing Floor 3, absolutely so, what's the word I'm looking for? Disheartening. After platinuming Killing Floor 2 a couple of years ago, or was it a couple of years ago? Might have been just over a year ago. I had hope for Killing Floor 3. It is awful. And some of the trophies, they seem very unfair, but a fair few people have got the platinum on it, so it's one that I need to go back to. Cuphead, I just wanted to play it. I'd heard how difficult it was. It's solid. I'm not a true gamer. Like, I play a lot of games, but I suck at all of them. And Cuphead really put me in my place. Wildgate. Now, I really enjoyed this game. The player base is not very high. I don't think the game got much love when it released. Me and a couple of my mates played this together. I would happily play it again. There's no platinum. There's actually no platinum on this game. But it's basically, you're in space. You can have up to a team of three or four. If I remember, I can't remember anymore. I think it's 4. Or it might, no. Regardless, 3 or 4 people on a team. You drive your spaceship. You collect resources, you collect weapons, you collect stuff for your ship as well. And then, I guess, kind of like Sea of Thieves, but in space, and a lot more basic. But it was a lot of fun. I then went back and cleaned up Advanced Warfare. I basically had 3 trophies and they were all the Exo Survivor mode. Got a bit of help from the Discord, got that platinum, happy days. I then platinumed Big Helmet Heroes, a game that I've also done a video for on the channel. The only way I can kind of explain it is Castle Crashers for Xbox came out years and years ago. It's kind of like that. I enjoyed it. There were a couple of bugs, but all in all, I enjoyed it. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine, finished the story, just got to do all the side bits and clean up. Was playing it with a couple of my mates, haven't played it since. Borderlands 4 and Silent Hill F, I have no words. Borderlands just bored me almost instantly. I think, as much as I love first-person shooters, I think looter shooters have kind of just done it for me. I just instantly was bored. I'm not saying it's a bad game, I just wasn't feeling it. Silent Hill F, however, I was feeling that, but I kind of put a pin in it because it's just too soon after I played Silent Hill 2. Parappa the Rapper. If you know about this game, you'll know it's a classic. The PS4 port of it, however, it's out of sync. So I cannot get past the chicken boss or chicken level. So disheartening, but it is what it is. The Town of Light, do not play this game. Absolutely do not play this game. I played this because I was under the impression it was a horror. There are a couple of jump scares in it, but all in all, it's just a walking simulator. I earned that platinum on stream, on Twitch. Still Wakes the Deep, absolutely fantastic game. I am going to go back and platinum this at some point. Did my first initial playthrough on stream over on Twitch. Yeah, I am going to go back at some point. Absolutely phenomenal. If you've not seen this before, go and check it out. It's well worth playing. Army of Ruin. This is surprisingly a very common platinum, even though it takes like 50 hours. It's one of those idle shooters, so like in theory you don't need to really do anything. You just set your character up and off he goes. For the most part, you do have to move so you don't get killed by the enemies, but it does all the shooting itself. You pick which upgrades and stuff you want. I really enjoyed it. It took a long time to platinum, but when I did get the platinum, I was like, oh, thank God. And then when I looked on PlayStation, the PSNP, it was like 40% or something stupid like that, and I was like, oh my God. Indica, another one I played on stream. Yeah, I thought it was terrible. I'd heard good things about it. I was not a fan. The Bridge Curse, Road to Salvation, absolutely loved this game. Short, quite scary, a lot of jump scares. Did this one over on Twitch as well. Yeah, maybe a video coming soon, maybe. Gears of War Reloaded, 1 trophy left. Seriously, I am on 78%, I believe it is. So I've got like 2,200 more kills to get. I just got that bored of playing it. I played it and played it and played it. It was like a daily thing. Every time I got off work, straight back home, play Gears. And I just got so tired of it. I am still going to play it at some point. I can't leave this at, like, you know, I always said Gears of War, if it ever came to PlayStation, I would get the platinum. I am not a hypocrite. I am going to get the platinum. I'm just giving myself a bit of a break. Battlefield 6, I'm enjoying just playing that on and off every so often. Fantastic Battlefield game. you know, well happy with the purchase. I'm yet to do the campaign. I've heard bad things about it though, so who knows. I am going to play it though. In Sound Mind, another one I did over on Twitch. Surprisingly a really good game. A horror, kind of like psychological. You can fight back, but the story's just fantastic. Melty Blood Type Lumina. According to the guide, this is a simple platinum. However, one of the trophies is to get 100% with one character. To get 100% with one character, you have to do score attack, time attack, and the survive attack, I think the mode is, all on hard mode. When you're like me and are not very good at fighters, it's hard. So maybe one day I'll go back and attempt it. I've done the multiplayer ones, so well, there's one multiplayer trophy which is to just have a fight. I don't think I even finished that fight. I think the other person disconnected. Plants vs Zombies Replanted. Yeah, as soon as this came out, I was like, I never played that one. I enjoyed the Garden Warfare games. I'll play it. And I enjoyed it the first night I played it. The second night I played it, it was okay. The third night, when I realised that it had kind of like overwritten my adventure save, I was like, nope, not interested anymore. Garden Warfare, Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2, same as the first one. I was close to it. I just got the last few trophies. Got a bit of a helping hand from somebody in the Discord. Got that one done and dusted. Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales, an easy one. It had been like 2 years since I earned the first Spider-Man game, so I thought, yeah, I think it's about time I play that one again. Ark Raiders, absolutely phenomenal game. Absolutely loving it. Playing it with my mates currently. Will I go for the platinum on this? Maybe. Depends how much I play it from this point forward. I'm not seeking the platinum on Ark Raiders, but if I get close to it, then I might put a bit more effort. Sword and Fairy Together Forever. Hack and slash RPG. I've been streaming it over on Twitch recently. I'm not enjoying it anymore, so I'll probably be giving up on this shortly. At first I thought it was fantastic. The last time I streamed, a couple of nights ago from when I upload this video, I think I was streaming for about an hour, and all I'd done is watch cutscenes and read dialogue. And I was like, this is just boring the hell out of me. So I turned it off. And then the last game I've been playing, which I'm hoping to get the platinum on this later tonight, Ball X Pit. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a roguelite, brick breaker style game where there's a bit of town building, you can level up, so on and so forth. But yeah, and that's where we are now. Not quite as impressive as last year's one. Wasn't quite as many platinums. I think there was 23 in total, 24. My maths is off. But yeah, I've definitely platinumed some more meatier games compared to last year. But there's still a few quick and easy ones in there. But I guess that's what happens when, you know, you have to go to work, you have a family, and things like that. But yeah. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Maybe I'll see you again next year if we do another one. Peace and love. See you later.